I actually thought, oh, this was the end of my career. Like,
Really?
where am I going to play?
So coming to America,
Yep.
1990, you board a flight in Stockholm. When you get to Tucson, how much did it just seem like you were arriving on another planet?
Yeah, it was very different. I was by myself. I had 2 suitcases and 1 golf bag, and I really didn't know anybody. I'd met the coach very briefly, but also I was very excited. I was here. I have a chance to pursue my career. I had this opportunity to learn English, new experiences, play golf year-round. I was very excited about all those positive things. Being a freshman, and I didn't know what NCAA was. I didn't know. I hadn't gone on a recruiting trip. It was very, very different.
What did your roommate's dad do when he saw what you showed up with?
Well, first of my roommate, she came with a U-Haul. And here, dorms are probably as big as this chair and yours together. So I was literally in this little corner. But he was very helpful. He said, I think you need some stuff. And I said, well, I didn't have any blankets, I didn't have any pillows, I didn't have any sheets. So he says, let me take you. And I've never seen such a big store in my life. It was a massive warehouse. And all of a sudden, I just kind of forgot what everything was called, and I remember I told him I need one of these, like he goes, a pillow. So he helped me to get all that.
When you first failed to qualify for the LPGA Tour at Q School, any truth to the fact that you initially doubted your decision to pursue golf?
I'm sure it was there, because I actually thought, oh, this was the end of my career, like,
really?
Where am I going to play? I've been in America now for 2 years, and so, I think I felt a little sorry for myself for a few moments, and, you just kind of get a little grumpy, and then I said, okay, well, you choose your path in life, so it's like, enough being grumpy, let's just kind of look at the opportunities. I believe that things happen for a reason, and so I practice in the winter, just, working hard, thinking if I can get my game in where it needs to be, then maybe I will get another chance to go to tour school. And then I got invited to 3 tournaments that spring, and that got me fired up. Now I was like, now I didn't have any doubts anymore. And I remember just, I made a big check, and I was like, wow, that was kind of my budget for the year. Now I have 0 pressure. Now I can just go play. And then I think it was top 90. So I was top 90 on the money list. So therefore I got the card for the following year.
How crucial was how you dealt with that adversity with, not qualifying at Q School to your eventual success?
Yeah, I think a lot of people are surprised to hear that, first of all, that I didn't get my card right away, because I had won NCAAs as a freshman, and I finished second the following year, and I had won, I think, 7 college tournaments. So you think this is a lock, right? But it's not. It's very competitive, and it's important to share that story, because I think we all have our ups and downs, but I think it's the way you approach it, your attitude, and what you do with your situation.
Your work ethic and your thought process when you were playing, starting with your work ethic, just going back to a now kind of famous story when you were a kid out playing, it starts raining.
I was 14 or 15, and it was cold, and I just didn't want to be there on the driving range. And I remember calling my dad, can you pick me up? We drove away, and I remember there were some other kids hitting balls in the rain, and my dad turned to me and he would say, Annika, I just want you to know there are no shortcuts to success. And if you want to go somewhere in life, you have to put in the time, and, nobody else is going to hit balls for you. And not every day is going to be sunny and shiny and positive. So I think, that was one of the things that you carry with you. And it's like, you know what? Here I'm dreaming big about being something, and then I'm just the one to put in the work. It's like, that doesn't go together.
When you were on tour, you generally avoided socializing with other players. Why?
I don't know if I avoided socializing. I think it was more, I took my job very seriously. I practice a lot. That's all I did, morning to night. I was just very disciplined. So, I go to bed early. The goal wasn't to go out there and and have the most friends. It was more, okay, this is my job. You know, I just realized that my schedule was different than others, and it was just very difficult. So, you know, I realized that, you know, I need to really do this kind of on my own.
And you said before the journey to the top was a lonely one.
Yeah, I very disciplined, very organized, very, you know, consistent, and you know, I knew that that's what it would take for me to be at the top, was to be focused, was to be, you know, not have distractions, and so I was, you know, as far as scheduling, I mean, this was practice, this was tournament, and this was relaxing time, and when it was relaxing or rest time, then I hooked up with friends. It's just learning how to turn it on and turn it off, because that's what I think one of my strengths was. I was able to be focused every time I played.
The height of you know, your career, you had, you know, 3 low-scoring seasons in the history of the LPGA from, you know, 01 to 05. You enter 104 tournaments, finish in the top 3 67 times, win 43 times. I want to take you back to that first U.S. Open victory, though. I think you called your parents right afterwards, who weren't even able to watch the tail end of it on TV. What did you say?
Well, I mean, I had a tissue box next to the U.S. Open trophy. I mean, it was just, you know, calling them and thanking them, you know, loving them. And I think there's certain moments in your life when you kind of reflect more than others, you know, and that I wish they would have been there. They've been with me from the very beginning. I try to share some stories and laughs and cries and just include them, because without them, I wouldn't be there.
After you win, you board a Southwest flight from,
Yes.
I think, Colorado Springs to Phoenix. The flight attendant gets on
so
the loudspeaker, announces
so the
you.
captain, I heard him in the loudspeaker saying, "We just want to congratulate, you know, the newest U.S. Open winner," I finally was like, "Wow, it's me. I'm nervous." You know, and I never really bring attention to me. It's more just, you know, just being there. So that was quite different. But you know, I'm thankful. It was nice. It was a nice thing. I just wasn't used to it, because then the phone started ringing. I got home, I had all these messages, and the commissioner called, and this and this. All of a sudden, they wanted to know this young Swede. You know, she's 24. What does she like to eat? Who does she hang out with? You know, all of a sudden, it was like all this personal stuff, and you know, who's she dating? And it was like, I wasn't prepared for that. I had prepared to hit 7 irons. I had prepared to make putts, but not like all of a sudden be on front covers of golf magazines and just kind of be the topic.